Doesn't it seem like women are everywhere today in professional sports, particularly professional football? Um, Hi, if it's your first time here, my name is Luann. I'm the mom behind the athlete, just like you. And together, me and my guests are going to help you take this journey from Pee Wee to the pros. And what better person for me to introduce to y'all today than a mom of two elite D1 athletes herself, a football coach on the professional and the high school level, the founding owner, player, and coach of the Philadelphia Phantoms women's tackle football team, and a philanthropist who takes the game of football internationally. Welcome, Miss Starr Wright.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here.
Yes. It's a pleasure to have you here
Thank
today.
you.
We've been
Thank
chatting
you.
a little bit behind the scenes, but I want to welcome Starr, and she is my official first guest on the Mom Behind the Athlete podcast. So we welcome her. So, Starr, um, what's what would you say is the traits of a Pop Warner mom that's going to be the future of the NFL? So these moms are going to be the future of the NFL. So what traits do you think that they possess?
For a mother
Yeah,
and their kid is
you're a
playing in
mom
Pop
and a
Warner.
coach,
Yeah, for
so you
sure.
know it on both ends.
I think being realistic of your child's skill set is really important because I coached at the Pop Warner level and I dealt with a lot of parents and things like that. Just being supportive and not putting too much pressure on your kid, but guiding them in the right direction with when it comes to training and when it comes to just the regular character traits of a football player, teamwork, dedication, all that
Right,
good stuff.
right.
So just instilling in them some good character traits.
So you're a coach, but I always say that moms are natural teachers. I would say almost that probably we're our kids' first coaches, right? So we're
Yeah,
teaching them how to crawl, how to
for sure.
move along, that sort of thing. So um, that's a natural, I guess, a natural, habit that we as moms already have. And I also think we're natural talent scouts. I don't know if you believe this or not. And I'm going to ask you if you have any insight on this. But I remember when my sons were small and my son was playing on his Pop Warner team. And I wasn't the biggest like football skills person, but I recognized, and I think a lot of us moms recognize like the skills of our children. And my son could spin like nobody's business. Stiff arm and spin. This was his move. Stiff arm
Okay.
and spin. And so I think that made me a natural talent scout. And I gave him the permission as a mom. We're nurturing. We tell them, root them on. You can do this. You can do this. Do what you do. So was there a time like when did you see some skills in your sons that? And tell me about your sons. I'm sorry, I kind of skipped over that.
Oh,
Tell me who they are and
so
what they're doing
the
now.
oldest is Keon. He's been playing since he was 5, and then he stopped playing for maybe 5 years, and then one of his best friends got him into playing again.
Okay.
Um, God rest his soul. He was murdered at
Oh,
16.
sorry to hear that.
And he's been like using that as a drive to continue to, do the sport that they both loved.
Okay.
So yeah, he played Pop Warner. I coached him 2 national championships.
So let's start. Did you hear y'all hear that? She coached her son.
Yeah.
So tell my moms out there, because there are going to be some moms out there that want to do what you do. So the purpose of Mom Behind the Athlete is to take people from the journey from peewees to possibly the pros and anything in between, any of those things. So if there's a mom out there watching, tell them your story of how you got to be your son's coach. We'll start there because you have a lot to talk about.
So I was an athlete all my life. I've been an athlete for over 35 years. Consistently every year.
What was your first sport? What was your original?
Swimming. I
Swimming.
swam for 17 years. I swam all since I was 4,
Okay.
all throughout college. I swam, and then I played basketball and I ran track.
Okay.
So I was a 3-sport female from middle school to college
Okay.
level. And then once I had kids, started having children, I mean, they have no choice but to be an athlete now, right? Like we
What
need
else
to
we gonna
breed
do?
more athletes. But I gave them the option of trying multiple sports.
Okay.
And Keon, my oldest, started with football
Mhm.
and like transitioned into a little bit of basketball, but he realized he was a football player
Okay.
really soon. I think when I recognized his talent was I was playing when he was playing.
Okay.
So he saw all the hard work and dedication and commitment that I had
Okay.
in order for me to be a successful football player.
So you were playing tackle football
I was
before your
playing-
son was playing.
I played before he played.
Okay.
So I started playing tackle football when I was 25.
Okay.
And he was under 5.
Okay.
So he saw me playing and doing everything that I loved, and he wanted to be like his mom.
Okay.
So at least that's the story I'm telling. So he started with flag and he did really well. He was always a bigger boy
Mhm.
growing up. So he was at the stage where he had to lose weight to play.
Okay.
So and he did it. Every time he had to lose weight, he always made weight.
He wanted to.
He wanted it so bad, and he did it. And I think that determination was one trait that I recognized in him. And then the fact that if I told him, look, I set you up a training schedule, a training with a trainer, outside trainer, he never complained about it.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, he never
big.
complained about it. He, I'm used to, when I was swimming, I used to have swimming practice before school.
Mhm.
So we would start swimming practice at 5:00 in the morning. And then when swimming practice was over, I had to go home and get changed and go to school. And then after school, I had basketball and track and then swimming again.
That's a lot.
So I'm used to a really militant athletic regimen.
Right.
And I got him used to that early on.
Okay. But it all goes back to you being his first talent scout because you recognized that he wanted to do it, right?
Yeah.
And, that he was able to do those
Correct.
things. So that's that's a pretty awesome thing. But again, those are the traits that us as moms have. But I want to go back to for a second. So what got you into football? You said you were a swimmer. How did you transition from swimming?
Because I was a football fan.
Okay.
So my mom.
What was your team growing up? What was it?
Go Birds. My mom was an avid football Eagles fan.
Okay.
Still is. Every Sunday was a party at the house.
Okay.
Every Sunday. That's all I can remember growing up is every Sunday we're having a party. A lot of people are coming over. We're celebrating the Eagles. So I became a fan.
Okay.
As early as I can remember.
Yeah, but there's fan and then there's player.
No, yeah,
I like
sure.
football, right? And I was like, I was telling Starr earlier that I dabbled a little bit in some co-ed touch football here and there, and it's going from I love football, so I'm going to play on the. Were you playing tackle at the time when you started? Did you?
No. Well, yeah, I started in tackle.
Okay,
I started in tackle. But growing up, that's how I became a fan of the sport.
Okay.
It's just from being at home watching football all the time.
Okay.
Which helped me out with my sons as well. But I got into playing because I was at a friend of mine's son's game, and I was just running up and down the field, excited, and
I was going to ask you that. What kind of mom were you?
Oh, I'm a loud mom. Still am.
And I'm the laid back mom.
No, I'm the loud mom with the clackers. I'm yelling because again, I'm a coach, so I'm yelling.
You trying to fight the other team over there?
it gets bad sometimes. But the coach recognized that I guess that I was excited about football.
Okay.
And he said, there's a girls team. You should try out. The tryouts are tomorrow. I'm like, I never played football before. Right. I'm like, all right, I'll try out. Tried out, made the team. I've been playing ever since.
Okay. All right. And so how did you end up to be your son's coach? How did you, because you were coaching at one of the local high school on as a D-line coach.
Yeah,
I
I was a
understand.
D-line coach
All right,
at
I'm gonna ask you,
Charlton.
but let's put a nail in that too. I'm gonna come back to that for a second. But how did you end up as your son's coach?
So when my son played for one Pop Warner team, I was very involved, not in coaching, just in like support. Not even like a team mom, just like the team hype person.
Okay.
We moved and he went to another team and he did really well on the first team. They knew who he was. He never got off the field. We went to another team and they didn't know his skill set. They didn't know what he had. So he was literally like standing on the sideline for the first couple practices. And I'm like, should I say something?
Right.
Should I not? So
now,
I was
he good enough to
struggling.
play? Because that's another topic.
100%. Yeah, he came
That's
from...
another topic, but a lot of us think our sons are good enough to play, and some of them are trash.
No, I agree.
Honest.
I agree, but he's coming from a team that was a really good team that he never got off the field.
Okay.
So his talent was there. They knew him, though. He goes to a new team. They don't know him. They don't know his talent. They already have their picks, whatever. So I made a decision to say something to the coach.
Okay.
Which I'm not a fan of as a coach. But I made that decision and I said, give my son a shot. Like that's the least you could do. He's been standing he's not used to standing on the sidelines.
Right.
They gave him a shot and he never got off the field.
Okay. All right. Well, obviously he was supposed to be there. So, another question. So obviously one of the coaches asked you to come join the coaching staff. What were the other, I'm assuming a lot of them are dads and stuff. What did they think about you coaching?
It took a little time to build the respect that I felt I deserved. But I was learning as well. But I was a mom that was at every practice. I was always around. I was always there. I knew all the kids. Very active mother. So it was probably more of the parents.
Okay.
And not even the dads, probably the moms.
Really? What were they saying? What kind of things did they say, or what kind of grief did they give you?
It was just questioning whether or not I was qualified or if I knew what I was talking about.
And how did you learn you were already playing, but how did you improve your skill set? So I guess what I'm getting to is, how does a woman now coach a boy? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the skill set there, but I mean, do the boys only respect other men? Obviously they don't, because you're coaching, but how do you gain that respect from the players, young men?
Because I'm a mom and I feel like the boys, as much as they may not think they need some femininity around,
right,
some mothering, they need it.
Okay.
So they respected me because I was a mom.
Okay.
And my son played on the team.
Did they give him any grief?
No, not at all. And that even goes to me when I was coaching in high school. Like, I got more respect than the male coaches.
Okay.
So it was kind of easier to communicate with kids when they give you respect.
Absolutely. I think most of us know, and then people that work in education will attest that you got to gain the respect of the kids first. So, I just want to pivot for a second. So, I mentioned in the opening that you were a founding owner, player, and coach. I don't know. Do you still play?
No,
she doesn't.
No.
But the Philadelphia Phantoms,
Yes.
women's professional tackle team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So again, somebody out there is either looking to one of the moms is either looking to play or coach, maybe move into coaching themselves, and they, maybe they've been thinking about it for a while, and we're providing them some information. So go ahead and tell us about the team. What is Philadelphia Phantoms? First of all, how did y'all do your last season?
So our last couple seasons have been rough because we've been rebuilding.
Okay.
We changed leagues. So we were kind of in transition for the past 2 years. So this year we have all new coaching staff, a lot of new players.
Okay.
So I'm not going to say that we are like in some kind of development stage. I feel like we are going to be a really good team to compete.
Okay. What is the age range usually?
18 and up.
18 and up. What's the up?
As far up as you want to go. I retired a 52-year-old player years ago, and she was probably one of the best players on the team.
Okay. All right. Right.
So,
it says you're a founding owner. Owner? Do you own
Well,
the
I
team?
own
How
the
does this?
team. I own the team.
How do you own a team? How does that happen? Like,
So the team that I was playing for prior to the Phantoms was called the Philadelphia Firebirds.
okay,
Once the Philadelphia Firebirds decided they were no longer going to be a team, there were a good amount of us that still wanted to play football.
okay,
And that's kind of how I got into ownership. I
Okay.
just was like, you know what? We're going to do this.
okay.
So we're on year 11 right now.
Year 11 in 2017, they won the gold medal or a
Well,
gold medal or some kind of gold medal.
I won a gold medal.
You won a gold.
Yeah, so we have a national team.
A national team. Okay.
Yeah, through USA Football. Even currently, every 4 years we have our World Games, which is our version of the Olympics or like
Okay.
World Cup.
Where did the game
It was
take
in
place?
Vancouver that year.
Okay.
It was in Vancouver that year. I think it was in Finland last year. And
Okay.
I don't know. It's around the world. So
Okay.
it's an international play. So we're playing countries
Okay.
in Europe and Mexico and other countries all over the place. So yeah, that I made the team.
Mhm.
Actually, that year, 5 of my players made the team.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were all really excited to represent the country. And
What is your? I'm imagining that your sons and you have a daughter also.
I have a daughter
correct?
as well.
Was really proud of you when that all happened. Did they think moms in the beginning, even before you started playing, did they think mom was really doing anything? Is it like serious to them?
They knew it was serious because they knew I trained very hard for it, but they didn't. Nobody agreed. Nobody wanted me to play football. Not my mom, not my dad. Nobody.
Okay.
All the years I played for 15 years.
Okay.
Not 1 year did did they want me to play.
Okay.
Now my oldest son wants me to come back and play so bad. He's begging me, Mom, 1 more year.
Why did you retire from playing?
My knees. The knees,
Okay.
I need new knees.
Girl, I know
They
about
gave
the
up
knees.
on me. I ended up having knee surgery and
Okay.
I just didn't recover the way I should have from the knee surgery. And every year since then, I try to get back. And I'm like, nope, not this year.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
this year. So I'm not saying never, but I'm not getting any younger either.
Okay. So you're around football. I guess I don't know. Do you practice every day? Does your team practice every day?
No,
or
we
like
practice 3 times a week, but I'm around it every day because if I'm not talking to my sons about it, and we have extensive conversations about college football, the NFL, positions, everything that revolves around football, we talk about that on a daily basis.
Okay. All right. And so just with that being said, because I know I always told my sons, I made them do other stuff because I wanted them to be well-rounded.
Okay.
I was like, you got to know some other stuff about what's happening in the world. So do you force your children, your sons to do anything else, anything outside of just football? Or are they strictly football?
My oldest son is like interested in real estate.
Okay.
So he's learning real estate right now with his father. He has a big real estate company. He's learning that. My daughter she just wants to be a doctor. And
she wants to be an
anesthesiologist.
Yes.
Anesthesiologist. Yes, she's in school for that now. And my youngest son, he is just so streamlined and focused into football. It's kind of hard to get him to go in any other direction.
Is his goal to get to the next level 100%. After that?
Yes, both of their goals are to get to the next level. 100%.
Okay. Nice. Hey, Mom Behind the Athlete fam. I wanted to take a brief break from this conversation. I hope you're enjoying it. To ask you, do you have an athlete in your household who has a hard to fit frame? I know I did. I had 3 sons and it was always difficult to find them clothing. Did you know that there's a clothing line built especially for them by professional athletes? Go to buildmentality.com to get your premium clothing for those athletic builds. I'm going to pivot to Mon because there's so much to talk about, but I want to talk about for a minute just the time commitment to being a sports parent. And I say sports parent because although sports moms are watching this, football moms are watching this. This is for parents of moms because it's Mom Behind the Athlete, but for parents that have children playing elite. So they're elite athletes, I should say. like the time commitment, just trying to get homework done. There's always another practice. And then you have double on top of that, there's your practices too. So between practices, we got to feed these kids or whatever, get their homework done. Make sure you wash some body part or something so you're not looking crazy, got a haircut, anything, all that stuff.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment.
It's a commitment. It's hard. You don't have much time for yourself. But when you focus on your kids and their future and you really invest in what it is that they want to do, honestly, trying to find balance wasn't something that I tried to do.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that the things that I was doing was the things I wanted to do, and that was going to make it work, like regardless. So whether it was me and my sports stuff along with the kids, and I had a good support system. So if I couldn't take
That's key.
It's very key.
Yeah.
I had a good support system. If I can't take them to practice, somebody gonna take them to practice.
And that's the power of like that. I mean, I'm not
it
the
take
most.
A village.
Yeah, it takes a village, but if I could say like learn another parent, one or two or whatever that 100%. You can trust your kids with it, but I'm gonna pack them up in the car and let 100%. Them take or whatever. You need that in your life or you would go crazy. But you were saying that you weren't much on the self-care, but was there anything like how do you clear your mind even to this day? Like is there any one practice that you have? I go get my, whatever. I go get my feet done. I'm just saying things that there's
nowadays it's easy for me. I'm older now and I just look at life differently now. I think for me to clear my mind, I just need peace and quiet. It can be anywhere. Right. I just need peace and quiet. And I mean, like, you got to cut the phone off, the TV off. Mm-hmm. I just, you sit, you meditate. You find a space where you can really just clear your mind, and it's needed. Mm-hmm. Because it's a lot going on outside of the sports. Absolutely. You know what I mean? Just Absolutely. In this world in general. It's just needed for you to be able to be in a sane spot and, have mental clarity and emotional awareness. Right. Because you get emotional sometimes and it'll take you places you don't want to be.
Right. Right. Absolutely. This a silly thing just came to my mind, but what was your go-to meal on the practice night for?
Probably like heavy carbs. So like
for your kids.
Yeah. Listen, that's another thing. When it comes to raising athletes, you have to start that healthy food journey early. You have to know what to eat, what to eat before a game, before right. practice, after it. You have to instill in that early. Like I said, my son had to lose weight every game. Mm-hmm. It was to the point where he was sitting in saunas. He was chewing gum, spitting, trying to lose weight just to make weight right, in time right. for the game. So we had to start eating healthier and okay. So yeah, before against carbs.
Okay. Are both your sons linemen? They both
they both play D-line.
Okay.
They both defensive ends.
They big boys.
One is 6'4", the other 6'2".
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. I have some not as big in my house, but they're like varying sizes. Mine are like the top and then it goes down to the smallest. Actually, the youngest one weighed the most. He was 10'4" when he was born and he's the smallest of all of them. So Superwoman.
Yes. Geez.
But so while we're talking about your sons, give moms out there 3 tips to raise wildly successful athletes. So 3 of your top tips to raise. So just think for a minute if you need to. Your 3 best tips for moms to have some, because everybody wants their son to be an elite athlete or daughter,
But they have to want to be.
Amen.
That's another thing. When my son quit, I was upset. I was devastated. I'm like, no, you gotta play. Okay. But it came to a point where I was like, you know what? I just gotta let him make his own decision. Mm-hmm. And he ended up playing again. But I'm not big into forcing kids to do, because it may be something like a dad was a football player and he ain't get to shine the way he thought he wanted to shine, so he gonna invest all his time in his son. His son better be better than him. And it's right. like, what if his son wanted to play the piano? Like, right. It's not. There's other things to do, but right. I didn't force that on my kids. But I think if The question was 3 tips.
Yep.
To raise
elite
athletes. For one, is what you eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the biggest thing ever for me.
Mm-hmm.
Is really what you eat, because you can't perform if you're not healthy. And in order for you to become an elite athlete, you have to have film. You have to be on the field. You got to be able to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Your body got to be right.
Right.
So you got to do the proper training. If it's going to cost, it might cost extra money
Mm-hmm.
for outside training, recovery, things like that. Start that off at an early age, because once they get to the high school level, some high schools don't put emphasis on recovery.
Right.
And they don't have the resources.
Right.
But if you want to raise this elite athlete, no matter what school they're at, you have to be that liaison.
Right.
So
moms can get together and y'all can learn some stuff too. There's resources out, like put together a little, I say in my mind, a little like snack, whatever. Because a lot of high schools aren't going to have the resources. Right.
There's some
little whatever protein. Well, that might not be on your list. I'm trying to think of healthy snacks, but protein bars, stuff healthy. Like that the kids can grab.
Fruit.
Yeah, before their practices and stuff. But okay, that was 2. Was that 2 tips? Did you give 2?
Yeah, we're gonna give you that was 2.
Okay.
And the third one is probably just being supportive. Like, I think I never missed my kids' games. Mm-hmm. If I missed it, there was a representative from my family there. To this day, my son, even when he's hurt, he had surgery. He looks up in the stands looking for me. And he told me that. He told me how important that was to him. So find out what's important for your kid, and how you got to ask your kid, how can I be supportive to you? Like, what does that look like for you?
Right. That probably isn't even a thought that occurs.
No, but it's important.
Right.
So what does it look? Do you need me to be at every game? Do you need me to be the loudest mom there?
Right, because it affects their mental state when they're in a game. So
my son finds me at halftime when he was in high school, when I wasn't coaching him, when he was at Northeast. He would find me in the stands at halftime while they was walking to the locker room. I'm walking too. He asking me like, "Mom, what should I do? Like, did I do good? Like, what do I need help with? What do you see?"
It's funny how they come and ask the moms.
Yeah,
right?
They asked me.
Again, I'm not like the super athlete, and I don't know everything about football. But I know how to be their advocate and to motivate. I guess I'm their motivator.
They need that.
So, yep, absolutely. So the little things. So what I couldn't do was tell them the skills. Like I couldn't tell you exactly what a little bit I could. I'm gonna take a pat on the back for some of the stuff that I did, but how to motivate them, keep their mind in the game, so to speak. So
it was hard. It was hard, especially when it's like he wanted to give up a lot of times, and I'm like, are you sure you want to give up? Like, are you sure you don't want to play football? Because if you're sure, then we'll talk about, other options. But are you sure? Like, and if you don't have them hard conversations, because when his friend was murdered, he wanted to stop playing. It was hard for him. It was so emotionally hard for him. When he got to college and, he wasn't the superstar that he was in high school.
That's a whole nother subject.
That's a whole nother mental thing you got to deal with. It's like I was constantly talking him off of a ledge, constantly talking him, not like literally, but like we had those talks a lot.
Right. Well, that's a big part of what our job is as moms, is to keep their heads in the game. So if nothing else, I did that. And I think my 3 guys will say that also. So here's another thing. So we're talking about our guys here in the United States. How did we get to Africa and teaching boys, girls, and women?
I teach everybody.
Everybody in Africa, American football.
Learn.
How the heck did that happen?
Excuse me. So I started my foundation, the Starr Wright Foundation, in 2018. It happened because I was on Instagram. And I saw a picture of this lady with a lion. And I was so intrigued by the picture.
Okay.
Follow me.
Okay.
I was so intrigued by the picture that I DM'd her, and I never do stuff like
wow.
that.
Okay.
I'm like, where did you get this picture taken at?
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say, where did I get the tiger?
No. There's a lion.
Okay.
So I said, where did you get this picture
Mhm.
taken? And she said she's in Zambia.
Mm-hmm.
I said, cool. Send me the information. I'm going to Zambia. I want to take a picture with the lion. Like, I was adamant. I'm like, I want to take a picture. So I looked through her profile, and I realized that she was she worked at a school down there or whatever. So I'm like, well, while I'm down there, can I teach your kids how to play football? She said, sure. I said, was there anything that your school needs that I can bring? She said, we need composition books. So how many kids are there? 500. Cool. So I brought 500 composition books to Zambia, was able to take my picture with the lion, and then realized that the kids just loved it, loved learning something new.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? This may be a thing. Maybe I'll just go around and teach football.
So how many countries have you now taken?
22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Starr was traveling, I think last week, or going to be traveling, she's
always traveling. Yes.
But she was just there, and so what?
I'll be going back next week.
She's going back next week. She told me she's going to be the whole month of December practically.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's the way to spend your December. But what did you work on this time while you were there?
So gratefully, IFAF, which is the International Federation of American Football, has been doing a great job with the way they're handling international football.
Mm-hmm.
Africa really wasn't exposed to it. You had a couple places that were like Egypt, Morocco,
mm-hmm.
the northern parts of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, never was exposed. Now, I started off in Morocco doing a lot of work. So I was in Morocco like all the time. I was based mostly.
So they have some skill set already in Morocco.
They have in Morocco. They have some skill set. They asked me to come to bring them equipment. They don't have. There's nowhere to get equipment in Africa. So I would bring over helmets and shoulder pads and cleats and gloves every time I went. Big bags.
I hope not on Frontier.
No. Well, they don't travel that far, but big bags. And then we had our first women's international flag tournament in Egypt that I helped coordinate with the Moroccan team and the Egyptian team, and I brought over a Phantoms team.
Oh, nice.
Mind you, we never played flag before.
Okay. Y'all was trying to tackle people?
They whooped our butts. Oh, wow. It's just a different sport. I don't care how long you've been playing football. Tackle and flag is just two totally different things. It's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over there and it was great. I was able to, get some culture from my team. We went to the pyramids and we did a lot of stuff over in Egypt. And I just realized that, this is what I like to do. Like, I like to teach people that could never have the opportunity to play this game, how to play it.
Right.
And be able to help the community out that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever it is, I've built houses. I've built computer labs. I've fed hundreds and clothed hundreds. And we do a lot of philanthropy through my foundation as well. So.
What's the talent pool like in Africa? The continent?
They're freak athletes. That are better athletes than I've ever seen in my life.
Like, could you bring one of those kids over here and plop them onto any high school football team and they figure it out? Like,
you could. And I say that because they live differently than us. They are hard workers.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no lazy boys over in Africa. Not the parts I go to.
Okay.
They're not lazy, and they work hard. And the crazy part about it is I do a lot of work in Ghana now. I do some work with the Eagles over with Ghana because they have
I saw Swoop over there.
The Eagles have international marketing rights to Ghana.
Okay.
So they're trying to build a fan base over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we do a lot of different activations and watch parties, and there's a lot of Eagles fans in Ghana. Like, it's crazy.
See, y'all, the future of football is female, and it's international also.
Yeah, 100%. So lots of teams in Ghana, but there's lots of teams in other. Nigeria is they have the number one team in
Okay.
Africa when it comes to flag football. They're really good, and they're looking to compete at the Olympics in 2028 in LA. So it's becoming.
Okay.
But outside, I use football as the tool to actually help the community out too. So I always ask, what does the community need? Because I'm not coming empty-handed. I never go to Africa empty-handed.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with that said, football is a tool. It's a tool for their communities, but it can be a tool for our young athletes here in the States also, and we have to look at it as such. So, this podcast is actually a vehicle to be able to help my moms and dads and whoever young athletes, whoever might be watching, to get to their goals. And honestly, I know everybody, since we're talking about football, wants to make it to, or most of them want to make it to the NFL, but on a later podcast, we're going to talk about like the probability of that, and like it's very slim, but it's a tool.
But I also want to say that there's international opportunities to play tackle football too. So if you finish college and maybe you ain't go to CFL or the NFL or the other football leagues, and you want to go play in Germany,
right?
You can do that.
Yeah.
You want to go play in Japan, you can do that. Mexico,
you can come back. Like you can come back and be picked up by the NFL.
It's just like basketball when you go play basketball overseas.
Right.
Same thing.
Okay.
For women too.
For women,
you could play. You want to go and spend 6 months in Spain? There's a football team there for you to play in Spain with. Like there's football everywhere.
Yeah, well, that's what we need to know. We need to use this platform to their advantage, to our advantage for our kids. So, Mom, we're their advocates. These boys don't necessarily, we might not know also how to, get them from A to B, but at least we have some life, experience to kind of figure it out or whatever. So, help your sons get to their next goal, be a good motivator for them. And everything's going to work out. Starr, how can any of these women out here, or men, whoever, athletes, young athletes, there might be some young ladies who are interested in playing either tackle or flag football themselves. How would they reach you? How can they get to you?
Listen, we are taking all shapes, sizes, colors, ages. If you don't feel like you have what it takes to play tackle, come on and play flag. We'll convince you to play tackle eventually.
Okay.
But come on and play flag. All you have to do is be 18. Listen, I'm in my 40s, and if I had good knees, I'd still be playing. So I don't want age to deter someone, because there's great. And if you don't know anything, we teach you everything you need to know. So there's a lot of women, a lot of girls coming out of high school, because now we're building a pipeline, because before we didn't have a pipeline. Before there was no girls.
I got a girl for you. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Lee, I'm passing your information on to.
There was no girls playing football back when I was in school.
Right.
Just wasn't a thing. Now, I mean, I coach a team full of girls that they could potentially get college scholarships for. They're giving out college scholarships for flag football now.
Absolutely.
And now you can
ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, you could go to school for free to play flag, and then you can. The NFL said in a couple years that they're going to do a professional flag league. So now there's more of a pipeline now. And you want to go play for the NFL league, you can. If you want to go play overseas, you can. There's a pipeline that we've created.
Right. That didn't exist before. Give your socials. The people need your information.
Listen, DM us on Instagram at Phantoms Football. You can email us at info@phillyphantoms.com. Go to our website, www.phantomsprofootball.com. All the information is on our website. We're Philly Phantoms Football. We're the only ones in Philly.
If somebody wants to make a donation or is interested in your
so on our website, So on our website for the Phantoms, you can sponsor a player, or if you want to sponsor an event, or you just want to sponsor the team. We're fully self-funded. So we take all donations, all sponsorships. Also for the foundation, the Starr Wright Foundation.org is our website, and you can donate directly through the website.
Okay. Awesome. Star, it's
Yes.
been amazing.
Thank
We had
you.
lots of information.
Oh,
Please
good.
do come back at some point.
Of course.
Yes, because I have other stuff to talk about.
Okay.
I'm nosy, and I just once I start talking
Okay.
about stuff. But it's been a pleasure.
Thank
Talking to you. I
you.
guess we can't stand up.
All right.